Okay, welcome back. Last time you already sure learned how memory models works and also how to declare variables with primitive data types. Continue our thing last time. Any of your computer programs is going to be at least two parts. The first one is you need to store your data, and then after storing your data, you need to process your data, and then you're going to display. So this actually start with input, right? Then store your data, and then process the data. Then it's going to be output, right? Sorry for my handwriting. That's why again, what I'm discussing is only for simple and basic programs, and that's why this last time you already studied about variables and data types, and also the data type is it's a primitive data types, and you don't study something like data structures over there, but at least we already studied the variables here. And also you're going to study in this course as well how to process your data using control structure or loop structure and so on and so forth. Or I'm not talking about some advanced thing like algorithms, advanced algorithm for corresponding data structures over here, but I'm just talking about the basic data processing techniques. Anyway, today's lectures we're going to focus on input and output. As previous lecture you already studied about what the variable is. We're going to talk about the first one, which is input. In order to input in C programming, we're going to use the method which is scanf, and this one you're going to put the control string. Again, in C, the string must be put inside the double quote. Then after that, you're going to put an address of variables or list of variables that you're going to read in. And in this case, is anyway, it's address of variable of the variable that you're going to store the data in. Okay, that one is about how to read data from the standard input. By standard input here, I mean it's our keyboard of our system. Then what is the control string, which is the string specifying what kind of values that you're going to read from your keyboard, because from keyboard you can type in a string characters or float, doubles, anything else. So that you need to specify here what data that you're going to read. And in order to specify this control string, normally you're going to use list of the following format codes. The format code is normally prefixed by the percentage. Then it's like percentage D is for digit or normally integer number. Then percentage C is for character. Normally in C, character is something like this, and it's represented using ASCII encoding technique. Then you may read also a string in. Okay, again, a string is something like this is a string. Okay, some string is normally put inside double quotes, or you can use the F for float number. This list doesn't mean to be exhaustive, because there won't be a very long list here, but most frequently you're going to use this kind of format codes there. Okay, mostly you're going to use this kind of format code to specify what kind of values that you're going to read. Let's say if you would like, if you have a variable which is int x, and you know already what is int, right? X int is primitive data type for integer, and x is the variable name, which is location of an address. Talking about address in C, in order to get the address of this variable inside memory, you're going to place ampersand, and x, this one will give you the address of the variable x. And if you would like to, let's just give, okay, this is a variable. Let's just give an example that if you would like to read a values from our standard input using scanf method and store it into the address of variable x, you're going to use this one. So you're going to use scanf, and this control string I'm going to place in percentage D means I'm going to add user to input. I'm going to read an integer from the standard input, which is a keyboard, and then I'm going to place it into the address of variable x. This one will give you it won't prompt user for inputting a digit or an integer and put into the variable x there by accessing to the address of that variable and put into there. Okay, And then similarly, and now we're going to move to output. In order to output something, this one of course is the standard output. By standard output, I mean since it's our monitor, you're going to use printf method, and also you have a control string here. Okay, and after the control string, you're going to put list of variables to be displayed. Okay, to display the control string in over there. Of course, the string must be put inside double quotes. Inside this string, you may have string literals, mean whatever appears there is a string. But you also have some placeholders, like percentage %d is for a number, percentage %c is for character to be displayed, percentage %s is a string to be displayed, percentage %f is a number to display. What are the digits, characters, or float numbers to be displayed? They are the list of variables here to be displayed. Let's just give an example. If you would like to display the values x over there, you can just use printf. You're gonna say x equal to percentage %d x. Okay, now what does this statement mean? This statement means x equal to, here is a string literal, means whatever you see here will appear inside your monitor. But the percentage %d is a placeholder, so that it's holding or it's controlling that, or it's a format code. It's telling you that this control string has a format code for an integer. So x here is displaying this location as an integer. Okay, so whatever values of x will be displayed in this location. You can also display several of the other data types like character, string, or float, or you can display more than one values here, not only one. Let's just give an example. You can print f like x equal to percentage %d as a digit. You can also y equal to percentage %f, which is sorry, this one is a control string. Which is a float number, and the values of it is x and y variables correspondingly. So later on, the x equal to won't be the string literals, won't be displayed as it is, but percentage %d is a placeholder, won't be placed for x values. Y equal to is also placeholder inside the string, which is string, y equal to here is the string literal, won't be displayed as it is, but percentage %f is a placeholder for y over there. Okay, so the values of x will be placed here, and the values of y will be placed here. That's it for standard input and standard output. Of course, again, I'm not gonna make use of the exhaustive thing inside C, but these are the most frequently used methods and control formats. Now I'm going to create a C programs application. So I'm going to click. I'm using dap C++. Okay, you can go search on the internet and download it for free. So click on this one. I'm going to click on new project, and I'm going to create a console application. Make sure that we're going to select the C project and mark it as a default language. So next time when you create a new project, it's going to be C project. I'm going to name this one, which is set1 input output. Okay, click on OK. And then I'm going to I have C folders here inside my whatever, like okay, inside VT games, anyone can code C, and I'm going to place our project into a new folder, which is set1 input output, which is the same as our project name, by the way. So open, and right now you can save the project. What I save this now is I save the project, and within this project I may have many files, and so far I have one file only. Okay, so far I have one file only. Now, when you see, I will click on another save in order to save the main file inside this project. Another things inside here is, if you see a C programming, you'll see this one is for standard input, which is for the methods such as printf and scanf that uses now, and also other standard library of C programming. And all of your C applications, you will study exhaustively later about what is a function. But by now, you just need to understand all of your C application will have one method, which is called the main, and this main method won't be executed, won't be called automatically whenever you start your application, and so far all of your statement that you would like to execute, you're going to put within the main method. Okay, this one is within the main method code block. What do I mean by code block? It is within this curly bracket. Secondly, it must be before the return statement, so you need to type your code here. Okay, and the code is to be executed sequentially. And what you have seen this now, is I just put what is called comment. Okay, double slash here will help us to give a comment. You can give a block of comments by using the slash and asterisk. This one is helping you to how to say, comment for a block of things, but this one is for a single line comment. Now, what is a return statement you're going to learn later. Right now, just know that your code is going to be executed here, and it's going to be executed sequentially, one by one. And then I'm going to write first statement, which is to print after display a message inside a string, which is welcome to VT game. Anyone can code C. Okay. And I'm going to place here a slash n. What you have seen so far here is called the string literal, or a string is a string, or it won't be displayed as it is. But the slash n is a new line. It's a meta character for representing a new line. It's not slash n itself, but it's representing a new line. Then you're going to print f, please input your just a number. Okay. Okay. Then this one will act as an input a number. When user input a number, you're going to declare int x. Then you're going to use the method scanf. This one means you're going to read from the standard input, which is keyboard. And what do you read? You read a digit. And after reading, you go access to the address of x and store the values of that one into the address of x, or the variable x now will contain the value that you're reading, and that values can be input from the keyboard. It can be anything, but in this case you only read integer numbers because it's %d as format code. Then you're going to printf to print that values, and you have input. Then you put a placeholder, which is a digit, and another slash n for new line, and that placeholder %d there is for the values of x to be displayed. Okay, so in order to run this kind of project, you're going to click on this button for compile and run. So click on this one. So it's going to run these statements. Okay, this is this statement. Then it's going to please input a number, like this one. Then now it's running the scanf. It's waiting for us to input, and I'm going to input number 4, enter. Okay, then it's going to continue to run. It read the data, which is number 4 from the standard input, store into the address of the variable x. Then you're going to print it outside, which is you have input 4. Okay, that one is it for standard input and standard output. Okay, and I think that is the most basic things, most important things that I should show you. And next part, I'm going to show you some formatted output so that you can control the output with a more controls over there. Okay, and before we finish, let me tell you several things. C programming. For C programming, it's case sensitive. What does that mean? You start with lowercase, it's lowercase. And remember, this one is, there is an F over there. Okay, if you put capitalized letter P, it is not right. Okay, and if you miss the F here, it's not right. Next thing is the string must be enclosed within double quotes. Okay, double quotes. Next thing is your statements must be must finish with, or must be ended with a semicolon. Again, semicolons here. Let's say if you put a P here, and you're going to execute. Okay, so this one is undefined printf. The reason for undefined printf is because this one is not right. Must be lowercase. Okay, or if you miss, similarly, if you miss an f over here, is another errors. Or if you put, if you declare an x here and somehow you put a y here, and if you compile and run, you'll have another errors, which is y is undeclared. Undeclared means you haven't declared it. This one, a variable. This one is the way for us to declare a variable.